One of my friends that I would eat lunch with almost every day worked on about I don't remember now whether it was second or third floor, that you could see the steps down to the business office where everybody started when they were enrolling, and the office that I worked in. We were sitting upstairs in the window of the office where she worked and watching new students go in the door down there. They had to go down a few steps, and so that gave us longer to size them up, whether they would be interesting or not. When Loren walked down there, of course, he was a very good-looking person, and especially when he was young, just out of the Army, and he was using his GI Bill to go to school. We were watching, he went down there, and he was good-looking, and I said something to my friend, and we were sort of talking, and her boss happened to come in and look down, and he said, one of you girls will have to set your cap for that young man. Of course, setting your cap, you never hear that expression, and I never did figure out what it meant anyway. Part of my job was to, close to the end of the class hour, go to all the different classes and pick up information from the teacher of that class that we needed down in the business office. Loren said that he was sitting next to a kid that said something to Loren one day. He'd sure like to have a date with that girl, or meant me, and Loren said, well, I do have for tomorrow night. And he hadn't asked me yet. But, of course, to keep him from being a liar when he asked for a date. I think his sister went with us. She was also in college already. I knew her, but I didn't know that she had a good-looking brother that was going to be coming.
He's pretty sure of himself.
Yeah, I guess he must have been. There was a new dance hall. Loren had one way of dancing, and that was you walk a certain distance and then you walk backwards for a certain distance. I had dated a guy that was in the Merchant Marine, and he taught me how to dance. He had taken dancing lessons in England. He was a pretty good dancer. It's easier to dance with somebody that's not quite as tall as Loren was, too. We went to dances. We danced, but I'm never been very light-footed myself. I shouldn't make fun of him. Actually, we started dating in the fall, and we got married the next June.
Do you remember when you thought, I'm going to marry this guy?
No, except he was awfully good to me. He let me do pretty much anything that I wanted to do, and he was sort of like that his whole life, except when it came to his church. And if I would not want to go to church on Sunday morning, he pretty much insisted, and I'm glad he did.